Hi, I'm Figment, and this is a follow-up to the previous video. It's part 2 of this drum layering technique video. So with no further ado, let's jump right into the meat and potatoes of it. So like I was saying in the previous video, it's an interesting way to make your drums a little bit more lively, or to basically kind of turn a fixed set of sounds, let's say you only had 4 snare drums, into 20 snare drums, when you really only had 4 hits or one shots to begin with. Now you have 20 one shots. It's a good way to make use of a very short library. So even, let's say, even so you had 150 snare one shots. Now you have 500 one shots just based off of that, because of this idea. So layering basically is an interesting way to make your drums a little bit more complex, a little bit more sonically resonant, and just really kind of make a drum sound that is difficult to duplicate in the physical realm. You really have to sit there with a couple different microphones and a couple of different kick drums and snare drums and so on and so forth to really duplicate this. And even then, I really think you'd even still need to mic 2 snare drums, 3 kick drums, and so on and so forth to do this, because it's just being, well, let's just jump into it. So anyway, I have a couple of hats here layered. I have 2 different hats. Forget the file names, I guess they're not important, but basically just know that these are 2 hi-hats layered over each other. Together they kind of form special hat 1, if you will. It's neither hat 25 nor is it hat 9. It's a combination of the 2. These kicks, it's neither kick 5 nor kick 6 nor kick 14. And you can see they even have one has a compressor and a different EQ setting. This one, oops, has a different EQ setting, as does this one. And they all blend together to make one unique kick, so on and so forth. So that's the idea, basically layering your drum samples over one another, and you're getting a very unique drum sound just because of that sense. You can EQ it and add effects to taste until it fits your meanings. But anyway, here's the drum pattern I came up with. I just kind of basically threw this together on the fly just to kind of just demonstrate what layering, or how layering can enhance a song very quickly. Here's my drum pattern. So there you go, and each one of those snares or kicks by themselves, I would play it for you, but it's it only works when they're all fit together. And with that, with just that simple layering, believe it or not, there's really not much more to add, in the sense that if you can really get those drum sounds to fit and gel together in such a way, there's very few things you need to add. So the secret of it is the drum layering. I showed you how I did it. 2 separate hats, 3 separate kicks, 2 different snares. This particular snare has a rattler on it and its own EQ setting. This one has its own EQ setting, which is different from this one's, and no rattler. And they both are linked, so when you press one, they do the both. You can link it with a redrum too. I mean, this is not Kong specific. Just take the idea from it, apply it to any drum machine you use, and you can easily use this technique for any. I mean, it's just a technique. It applies anywhere you choose, at least. So yes, drum pattern, and after that, you just add very few things. There's some chords and a bass line. Let's see how that sounds. So our drums, this is the bass. Okay, it's already nodded. The chords. Simple and easy. So, if there's anything to take away from this video, technique wise, don't be afraid to stack your synths. Don't be afraid to stack those waves. Don't be afraid to stack your drums. You'd be surprised the complex waveforms you can come up with just by stacking them together. You'd also be surprised the type of drum characteristics you'll get just by stacking those guys, layering them one on top of another. Anyway, I hope this has been useful, guys. Don't be afraid to experiment, play, and most importantly, just have fun with it. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later.